Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here on this late Sunday night. Back to you again with another video. Once again, here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube Wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below, and subscribe to my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, share this video all over the internet. And please tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never, ever miss an upload. Because if you do, you miss out. That's it. So like, share, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to tap that bell for all my notifications. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Sunday night, December the 6th, 2020, it is time for your late night NXT Takeover Wargames 2020 review. Well, another Wargames in the books, another Takeover in the books for NXT to end the year. And once again, as always, NXT delivers at Takeover. This was a great show. Not perfect, but great. We had not one, but two Wargames matches, and both matches were splendid, excellent, surprisingly. The women's match to open the show was great. Excuse me. Was pretty good. We had an injury after the match. I'll talk about that in a little bit. I think you probably all know who it is, but I'll talk about that a little bit. And the men's match was pretty good as well. And the obvious winner won, and that's it. And we also had some other matches on the card. Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa, pretty good match. Very, very stiff match between those guys. And we had that. We had Dexter Lumis and Cameron Grimes to the moon in a strap match. Obvious winner there. And then we had, for the North American title, Leon Ruff defending against Johnny Gargano and Damian Priest. Obvious winner there as well. And I'll get to that in just a little bit. But if you want to leave a comment in the chat room's open. We can talk a little bit about Takeover. We'll talk a little bit about some other things going on in the world of professional wrestling and in sports and WWE. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So let's get into the review. Let's not waste any time. I know it's almost midnight here in the Northeast. So I want to get this done and quick because I want to do some other things and then go to bed. And then enjoy my Monday off. And then get ready for Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. And all that good stuff. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, let's get into it. So we start off Wargames. Well, excuse me. We start off Takeover Wargames with the first match of the night, the women's Wargames match between Team Candice, consisting of herself, Toni Storm, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez, as well. We had Indy Hartwell at ringside as well. Taking on Team Shotzi Blackheart, Rhea Ripley, Ember Moon, and the NXT Women's Champion and my third wife, Io Shirai. Like I said, this was a great match to start the show. Great opener. The fans that were there loved it. The fans at home loved it. I personally liked it. I think it was very good. All eight women put their bodies on the line, especially one woman, but get to that in a second. But still, a great match to open the show. So it starts off with Dakota Kai in the ring, in the cage, excuse me. As I thought that it's kind of felt odd. I was like, what is Dakota Kai doing in the cage first? Doesn't the people, the team that has the advantage start first? WWE logic there, right fucking there. start off the show with just completely what the hell's going on. So the Team Candace comes out first, and then Dakota goes to the ring and starts the match. And, my cat's going crazy. So Shotzi Blackheart's team comes out with a bigger tank. You know, we saw the vignettes of the tank being built by Rip and Ember Moon, and they have this big skull on the freaking thing. It's like, wait a minute, is Kiss coming out? You know, they're gonna sing War Machine. I mean, you know, could have got Kiss for the thing, you know. Just saying. But they use War Pigs by Black Sabbath, which is a pretty good song too. And that's what I like about NXT. WWE goes with the rap crap. Because as we all know, rap is crap. And that's all I gotta say about that. So Shotzi's team comes out and shoots like a projectile at the stage. I thought it was gonna shoot it at the fucking cage, but I was like, what the fuck? Okay. So they all get off the tank, and Shotzi's like, I'm gonna start the match. You know, I'm the team captain. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna build up. You know, we're gonna build some momentum going for us at the beginning. And then Ember Moon's like, hold on there, sister. I'm gonna start the match. So, and then they're going back and forth. It's like, you sure? You really want to start? I'm gonna start. No, I'm gonna start. No, I'm gonna start. You're gonna start. So Ember Moon goes to the cage, starts the match with Dakota Kai. They go at it. Kai hitting a big pump kick, and Ember comes back with a handspring forearm. Dakota comes back and sends Ember into the cage, starts grating her face like a cheese grater. No blood, of course, in these matches. Anyway, Ember responds by sending Dakota into the steel. She takes and Dakota took a rough landing on that one. She like hit like back first and kind of came down. Then Dakota Kai comes back with a series of kicks, hits the chiropractor as the time winds down. And then up next, as the women's advantage starts, is Shotzi. She comes in, she goes under the ring, gets a toolbox with a bar, inventive, and she gets to go with Dakota. Beats him up. She's able to withstand, sends Ember back when Ember gets involved. Dakota ends up on Ember's shoulders as Shotzi delivers a missile drop kick from the top rope. And then Raquel Gonzalez comes out, but is up next. She's in. I thought they were gonna put her at least at the last one. That's what I would have done. Not put her second, but it's okay, whatever. And she comes in and really gives Team Candice the advantage. Beats up Ember and Shotzi, fights them off. But Ember and Shotzi try to come back, but Raquel sends them back. Uses Dakota Kai as a weapon to hit them. And Dakota adds corner boot, and they're in control. Raquel helps Dakota dive from one ring to the other to wipe out Ember and Shotzi, giving them the advantage as Rhea Ripley comes in next. And Rhea Ripley got the advantage back for Team Shotzi. And her and Raquel Gonzalez go at it again. I mean, they just stared each other down, just went at it like two bulls. Just beat the crap out of each other. So she comes in, takes on both women. We got some clotheslines, some super kicks involved. And in the second ring, Ember hits Raquel with a jumping code breaker. Shotzi hits a springboard code red. And then Raquel Gonzalez comes back, takes him out. And then her and Rhea have a stare down in both rings. And then they meet in the middle of the two cages, and they just start going at it. And then Toni Storm comes out, as she's the next to last participant, She comes in with kendo sticks and German suplexes Rhea Ripley. Then she uses the kendo stick on her and exposes the turnbuckle. Sorry, I have a little bit of sleep in my eyes because I was taking a nap before. Yeah, I took a nap during Wargames. I'm sorry, but I was really tired today. I woke up at 8 o'clock this morning, and I've been like on full blast mode like most of the day. And I wanted to go back to sleep probably like around 11 o'clock, and I laid down. And I was like, I'm about to fall asleep, but I couldn't get to sleep, and then I just stayed up for the rest of the day. Watched them. I was watching Spanish novellas because Rose's mom was here, and so I couldn't watch football. The other room was occupied. I couldn't go in the other room in my bedroom where I had my older TV, so I couldn't do that. So I had to just watch that crap until about 3 o'clock. I caught the end of the Jet game. Oh God, Jets. I'll get to that later. The Jets are just fucking horrible. And then I watched a little bit of the Giants game, a little bit of the Packers and the Eagles game, and then that was it. And then when I went to watch War Games, and then I fell asleep like around 9 o'clock, right before the men's War Games match. So I took like a half hour 45-minute nap, and I got up and I caught most of the final match. It is what it is, and that's that. All right, so Toni Storm comes out. German suplexes Rhea Ripley, uses the candlesticks on her, and exposes the turnbuckle, and turns the tide over to Team Candice. But Shotzi and Dakota Kai fight on top near the middle ring. The rings, excuse me, plural, rings. Dakota Kai is taken down by a Doomsday Facebuster from Ember Moon and Rhea Ripley, while Shotzi is taken down by a double superplex. And then the final participant for Shotzi Black Horse team is Io Shirai. She comes out. She takes out a table, takes out a kendo stick, but Raquel Gonzalez slams the door shut and really couldn't let Io get in. Io's trying to get in every way she could. She's trying to get in the front door, couldn't get in, so she had to improvise and really negating their advantage because they had the 4-on-3 advantage at this point. Where was I? I lost my spot. Yeah, so she couldn't get in, and Io tries to slide a ladder inside and couldn't get that. Finally gets in by kicking a chair into Rhea Ripley. Well, so we thought, because Raquel still knocks her out of the ring. Toni Storm uses her belt to seal the door shut as Raquel powerbombs Shotzi into the cage as Io attempts to climb in, which knocked Io down. And then Candice LeRae comes out, the final participant in the War Games match. She enters, but Io and her face off. And then Indy Hartwell shows up, sends Io into the steel steps, and she helps Candice toss more weapons into the cage. And then she has a chain, wraps it around the door, and locks it, so Io can't get in to help out. And then Candice gets in the ring after the door shuts. Doors is chained up. Starts wailing on Shotzi with a kendo stick. While in the other ring, the rest of her team is beating the crap out of Ember Moon, Rhea Ripley and Shotzi. They're beating the crap out of them. And then everyone brawls in the cage. Io then climbs to the top of the cage. She has a garbage can. I don't know how she got the garbage can up with her. But she stands on top of the cage. Everybody's looking on her, like, oh my God, what is going on? So she's like, Me put garbage can over face. So she puts the garbage can over her face, and then she dives into the cage onto everybody, laying them all out. That was a fucking sick spot. Another spot where Io, like we saw last year, when she went to the top of the cage and did a moonsault on everybody. That was awesome. Now the match beyond is officially, well, not officially, but all the women are in the ring. Io's lighting everybody up, hitting basically everybody. And they get the advantage. Her team gets the advantage. Kel's taken down when Io is launched into a dropkick into a chair. Then just a moonsault, goes for the pin, it's broken up. And then Tony and Ember go into their own ring. Tony's like, no more! Because Ember has a wrench. A wrench? And so, intensifying the Ember-Tony Storm feud, which will probably continue on this Wednesday night and beyond. Candice comes in, drops Ember with the Gargano escape. Meanwhile, Shotzi puts Tony in a Tony Storm in cattle mutilation. Candice breaks up the submission. Then her and Shotzi go at it with candlesticks and chairs. Candice loses that exchange. And then Dakota Kai takes him out with a chair, but Io springboard drop kicks her. Dakota Kai comes back with a corner boot. Then they put the trash can on Io once again, and Dakota Kai crushes her with a double stomp off the top rope that was a pretty nice spot there. And the whole freaking trash can, like, not disintegrated, but folded up right on Io. I mean, Io couldn't get out. I know Dakota was trying to get her out. The pinner, he could barely even pull her out. And then she goes for the cover, and it looked like AJ Pereira, the referee in the second cage, counted the 3, but somehow Io kicked out, like at 2.999995. So she tries to get the cover, and she doesn't get the cover. Io kicks out. And then Dakota Kai gets laid out over open chairs. Ember hits her with the Eclipse. And she goes for the pin, broken up by Tony Storm. Tony comes back with a pretty good-looking Storm Zero onto the trash can, but Io broke that up. And then Rhea Ripley gets an inverted cloverleaf, like almost, I thought it was a riptide for a second, but she locks it, and Io with a dropkick added to it, but Tony kicks out of it. Kicks out of the pin, or the submission, whatever. Then the ladder is draped across the steel part between the rings as Candice gets going. Shotzi fights her atop a ladder, knocks her off. Then she hits the coffin drop onto Candice, and that's where I think Candice broke her arm. Yeah, Candice, it was reported after Wargames that Candice LeRae broke her arm because, when they won the match, Candice was like this, and she was holding her arm like this. It looked like she couldn't even put any weight on her arm. So Candice is going to be out for maybe maybe a month or so, 2 months with her broken arm. And that sucks for Candice, because I thought that tonight was going to end their feud, but I guess it's not going to end, because I think when Candice comes back, she's going to look for revenge on Shotzi for putting her on the shelf. But we'll see what happens with that. So she hits the coffin drop, which hurt Shotzi more than Candice looked like. Well, hurt Candice more than Shotzi. Shotzi couldn't make the cover. Io then hits Dakota Kai with a moonsault, goes for the pin, gets broken up again. Tony takes a hot shot, and Rhea is back body dropped into the cage. Ow. Raquel Gonzalez goes up top with Io, with Io, and takes a kick. Io then wants a hurricane onto the ladder, draped across both rings. Raquel blocks it, hits that one-on powerbomb through it instead, and goes for the cover in between both rings, which I thought you can't do. But somehow, 1, 2, 3, Raquel Gonzalez pins the NXT Women's Champion and wins the match for Team Candice. So Team Candice gets the win. I was hoping Team Shotzi would get the victory. You know, Shotzi getting her revenge, but obviously that didn't happen, which sucks for all you Shotzi Blackheart fans. But it is what it is, and that's it. So Team Candice gets the win. Match was very good. Very good match. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Good way to start the opener. And like I said, sucks for Candice that she broke her arm. So she's going to be out for a while, probably the rest of the year. Probably come back sometime in 2021, probably the beginning of 2021 to maybe continue and maybe finish off this feud with Shotzi and Indy Hartwell as well. And we'll see what happens with that. But now everybody's saying, "Ooh, Raquel Gonzalez pinned Io. Io's going to have to defend the belt against Raquel Gonzalez." Was now Raquel Gonzalez is getting a push, sort of. That's fine and dandy. Give Io a new challenger. Is going to be probably one of her toughest challenges to date. I thought Rhea Ripley was a challenge, but looks like they're gonna do Raquel Gonzalez versus Io for the belt. And as much as I don't want Io to lose to Raquel Gonzalez, I have a feeling that Dakota Kai will get involved, help Raquel Gonzalez beat Io in her long reign as champion, and Raquel Gonzalez will be the next women's champion and hold the belt for a little bit, and then probably Rhea Ripley gets it back before she goes to the main roster. But who knows? Who knows at this point? But we'll see. But like I said, I don't think if they do Io versus Raquel, I think Io will win that and retain the title because I think she's beaten everybody. And I think the only person that's probably take it from Io is either, I was gonna say Ember Moon, but now she's a face, so it would kind of make no sense for Io and Ember to go at it. I think it's gonna be Toni Storm. That's who I think is gonna take the title from Io, and it probably will happen at the next Takeover, which I think I don't know if it's going to be happening Royal Rumble weekend, if they're going to do that, or it's going to be in February, most likely February, because that's when NXT TakeOver Portland was in February. So I think the next TakeOver will probably be February 2021, probably after the Super Bowl, the week after the Super Bowl, because I'm not going to do it the weekend of the Super Bowl, I don't think. Because I think that'll be stupid, but it is what it is. You know how WWE works. I'm going to get ratings any way they can. Even though they got 656,000 for NXT this past Wednesday night. I mean, AEW just destroyed them with 951,000, I think it was. I mean, well, we all know why, because Sting debuted. Kenny won the title. Now he's going to Impact on Tuesday night, and Impact's going to get his best rating ever. Because Twitch is going to go completely berserk. They're going to have a lot of people on Twitch because most people don't have access TV, like this guy. It's not piss, it's apple juice. So, and I apologize for the lighting. I know it's very dark. You can barely see me. I'm trying to get more lighting in the room. I changed my setup a little bit. We put up the Christmas tree on this side. We put up some more lights over here. We got lights on the window over here. So we're ready for Christmas. I'm getting, counting down the days to my birthday, 17 days from now, as of this recording. So just a little over 2 weeks away to my birthday and Christmas. So hopefully you're getting your last minute Christmas shopping done. And if not, well, don't do it the last day. Don't do it on Christmas Eve, or do it on Christmas, because the lines for at the stores will be out the door. Good thing I have off, because I got it like that at my job. So So yeah, I'm most likely getting Christmas Eve off and Christmas since I worked. Since my boss said if you can if we work on Thanksgiving we have off on Christmas, so that's nice. Big ups to my boss. Thank you. So I'm gonna be off I most likely be off Christmas Eve and Christmas, but even though I said I could work on Christmas, but I'd rather have off on Christmas since I worked. I really don't. If I said it doesn't matter, but hopefully I'll be off Christmas. And if not, I get time and a half. But making the money you wish you fuckers had. And a lot of you fuckers need fucking jobs. Sadly. But it is what it is, and that's that. All right, so like I said, Raquel Gonzalez gets the win. Team Candice gets the win in Wargames. Match I gave 4 to 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna move on from there. All right, let's go to the chat real quick. Got my good buddy Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe. He says Pat McAfee is the best thing that just fell into NXT's lap. Man can work, understands psychology, knows the business, and damn, he can cut a good promo. I hate to say it, but I agree with you. I agree. I mean, even though I hate the fucking guy's guts, because, he's battling, our hero, Adam Cole, baby. But, I mean, guy cuts a great promo. He's got a lot of heel qualities about him. Like I said, cuts a great promo. Pretty damn good in the ring for a guy that's never been in a wrestling ring before. He's got it all. I think he could be if he sticks with. I don't know if he's going to stick with it. I think he will. But if he sticks with this, he could probably get a NXT World Title shot. I don't think he'll win it. That'd be really embarrassing to NXT for this fucking guy to get a title shot, get the title. But I think he'll get a title shot. And then like after what happened tonight, I don't think it's the last we saw of Pat McAfee and company. But I think the whole thing with him and I almost said Michael Cole. Oh boy. Him and Adam Cole, baby, is probably over now, and I don't know what's next for the Undisputed Era. I mean, they've done it all in NXT right now. They've been there for 3 fucking years. I mean, going on a 4th year right now. I don't know what's next for them. I don't know what's next for Adam Cole, baby, and Roddy and Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. I don't know. Maybe Adam Cole gets one more run as NXT World Champion. I don't know. Maybe Roddy gets the gets a North American title shot and wins it for the 2nd time. Maybe Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, Red Dragon win the tag team belts for the 5th time. Yeah, 5th time. They're 4-time champions. Not 3, 4-time. Won the belts, won them back, then they won them against I forgot who they won them. They lost them, then they won them back from Mustache Mountain. We all know who those guys are. If you don't know, now you should know. Trent, I think it was Trent Seven and Tyler Bate. So they won the belts back from them, and then they lost it again, and then they won it back, I think, after that. So they're 4-time tag team champions, possibly going for a 5th title reign, and that's unheard of in NXT history. But we'll see what happens. But I'll get to that match, in a little bit, But yeah, Pat McAfee is a godsend right now to NXT, and he's probably the best heel on NXT right now. Taking Adam Cole's place, which sucks. But Adam Cole on the Undisputed Era now faces face Adam Cole, which you rarely see nowadays. Especially when it was in Ring of Honor, it was a heel mostly, except for his time when it was facing Kyle O'Reilly, and that Hybrid Rules match was probably the best match. Well, not the best match in Ring of Honor history, the best match that they've had. Not the Final Battle 2016 match, but the hybrid rules match that they had back in 2012, 2013 is probably the best match that they both had ever. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong on that. Prove me wrong on that. I'm just saying. That's it. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. All right, let's move on from there. Sloppy Joe says, calm down, Pete. I'm not old enough to work yet. Oh, sucks to be you. I guess you're under the age of 18. I think the legal age to work is 16. I think it used to be 16. I don't know. I don't know if it's 16 now or it's 18. I don't know. Back in my day, back when I was a little bitty hoaxer dude. Well, not a little bitty hoaxer dude. No, medium-sized hoaxer dude. Back when I was in high school, you used to get up. What they used to call back in the day, not work study. Your working papers. When you were 16, you can start working at 16. You can actually work at a job when I don't know if you can work full-time work because you're in high school, obviously. So you get probably like a part-time job or maybe like an internship type of thing. And at 16, I think they still do that. I'm not sure, but hopefully when you're of age, you're of age, Sloppy Joe. Get a good job, make that money. Make that paper, keep that job for a couple of years. Just save some money, invest it, or whatever you want to do with it. Go on get your vacation time. You get your days off. Get your holiday time. It depends on your job. And that's it. Do the best you can. And if it doesn't work out, try to find something else. And just try to make as much money as you can and save up as much money as you can when you get older and older, when you find a special lady, you want to settle down, have kids and all that other stuff. 1 second. Get situated here. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm sitting on a stupid rinky-dink chair. I don't have a normal fucking chair. I'd like to get one of those gaming chairs like Joe Cronin and JD have, but I heard they're like $200. It's too rich for my blood. I would love to get one, but if somebody wants to donate me one, that's fine. But it is what it is. So yeah, that's that. All right, I think Jim Cornette's selling up Pat perfectly. NXT needs to take advantage of what they have in their hands right now. Yeah, exactly. They need to mold Pat McAfee into this monster heel. Like I said, maybe give him a title reign against Fiend Balor, and or maybe get I would think it would be Fiend Balor or whoever, another face, whoever wins it, maybe Adam Cole again. Maybe they'll finally finish the feud and end up with McAfee and Cole 3. And that'll end this thing. And if they wanted to, they could give Pat McAfee the belt. As much as I don't want him to get the belt, but if they really want to make him a full-fledged heel, might as well give him the belt for a little bit. Not too long, but I think I'll hold it for like a month, 2 months maybe. They're not going to give him like a 4 or 5 month reign. That's not going to happen, I don't think. But yeah, they have this golden opportunity in their hands. Hunter has Pat McAfee in the palm of his hands, and what are we going to do with him now? Now that I think this Undisputed Era Pat McAfee thing is over. I don't know. I think there's still lots of things that could still happen. Like Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, somehow get into that tag title picture. Now that Everrise, Imperium, and the Grizzled Young Veterans are fighting each other to see who may get a title shot. You might get a three-way dance this Wednesday night. Maybe to see who gets that shot or just bragging rights. I think it's going to be the Grizzly Young Veterans to get the title shot, and they'll win. Drake and Gibson, I think they'll win, and then they'll hold it for a little bit, and then maybe Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly get a shot, and then they'll win it. They might win it for the 5th time, and that'll be it. And then when they lose the belts, that's probably it. They're not going to get it back for like a 6th time or anything like that, unless until they go to the main roster. And we all know what's going to happen when they go to the main roster. Down the drain they go. That's what was I say about it. What are you doing over there, Aggressing Cat? You taking a nap? No, so cute. Yeah, but we'll see what happens with that. All right. So, yeah, Pat McAfee is right now, I hate to say it, but he is the star, not the face, but the star of NXT right now. And the heel, and on the heel side of the face side, you got your champions basically Fiend Balor. That's it. And speaking of Fiend Balor, we got a vignette of him saying that all eyes will be back on him this Wednesday night. So I don't know if he's going to come out and cut a promo. Probably cut a promo. I mean, I don't think he's cleared to wrestle as of yet. Still got his jaw fucked, not fucked up, but, still kind of, messed up a little bit. But I don't think he's cleared to wrestle just as of yet. And a lot of things with that might happen with Finn. I think that he's going to come out, and then the lights go out, and then we're like, who's coming out? Who's going to come out? And then we see like an hourglass on the stage, or maybe in the ring, and it's carrying Killer Cross. He comes back, and he challenges Finn Balor for the NXT World Title, gets it back, because he was supposed to go on a long run with a belt, so he'll get it back probably by, I would say, probably by the next Takeover. If he does come back by that time, I think he will be back soon. I mean, it's pretty much imminent that he's coming back. So I wouldn't be shocked if he came back Wednesday night. But like I said, if he does come back, he's going to get back the belt and probably hold it for a while. And I really don't know who would beat him. I really don't know. There's so many people on that roster. Gargano, Ciampa, Damian Priest, I think might have a shot. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. So Finn Balor on NXT this Wednesday night. Not that it's going to help, because AEW is going to have a great show this week. I mean, you're going to have a boring Monday night tomorrow night with Raw, because we all know Monday nights is the perfect cure for sleep. Put you 3 hours of that puts you right to sleep, and then you're like, oh, that's gonna suck. And then Tuesday is gonna be a big night of action. You got Dark, you got NWA Spotlight, and you got Impact, which is gonna be amazing on Wednesday night with Kenny Omega and Don Callis in the ring, cutting a promo. See where this AEW TNA Invasion partnership goes, what's gonna happen with that. Maybe we'll have some guys from AEW come over on Tuesday night, like maybe the Bucks come out with Kenny, or maybe people from TNA appear on Dynamite on Wednesday. Maybe the North comes out. Maybe, well, there's still this technically the Ethan Page's contract and well, what's the other guy's name? I forget the other guy's name. I keep forgetting the other guy's name. I don't know why, but I think their contracts are about to expire or have expired. So I don't know what's going to happen with the North. A lot of people like me want the North versus the Bucks. But it's most likely going to be Gallows and Anderson against the Bucks, or Gallows and Anderson. Kenny reforms the Bullet Club, Elite, Bullet Club Elite with him, Gallows, and Anderson as heels, though. Maybe he just reforms that, just that part. And then eventually the Bucks will turn heel. Cody will eventually turn heel, and maybe they'll reform Bullet Club Elite to go after maybe the Inner Circle or something like that. Or just go roughshod on AE, or just go roughshod on AEW. But you could have, you can have another meaningless Motor City Machine Guns Bucks feud. I mean, how many times we've seen those guys fight, and it's getting to the point where you don't want to see that match anymore. Not to say anything bad about the Machine Guns, but kind of getting a little bit stale. But it is what it is. So we'll see what happens. Tuesday night's going to be a big night. Wednesday night's going to be a big night for AEW. I mean, Tony Schiavone, Tony Baloney, Tony Schiavone is going to interview Sting. So we're going to hear from Sting on Wednesday night. And I wouldn't put it past, AEW to get another maybe 800,000 views. Because we don't know what's going to happen on Wednesday night. Besides Sting showing up, what's going to happen with Kenny on Dynamite? Is Moxley going to get a rematch, or what's going to happen? But we'll see what happens. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they do 800 and maybe close to 900,000. They were tied for number one in the ratings this week. They were number one in the top in the ratings this week. They were tied with, I think, football. I think not football. What was it? I forget what they were tied with. They were number one. They were tied for number one. And that's pretty damn good, if you ask me. But that's all I gotta say about that. So this week of wrestling should be pretty. Besides Tuesday and Wednesday, it should be pretty good. We got Friday Night SmackDown this Friday from the Tropicana. Not from the hotel casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey, but the Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay, the new home for the Thunderdome. I'm surprised they didn't mention it on SmackDown this past Friday, and I'll get to my SmackDown review tomorrow. I'm surprised they didn't even mention it, but I think they'll say something like, "This is the new home for the Thunderdome. The Thunderdome has moved to Tampa." Because they can't go, they're not going to be at the Amway Center anymore because basketball is coming back at the end of the month with the Orlando Magic playing in their arena now. Because all the teams are going to go back to the arena with no fans, of course. Not until probably next season, the 2021-2022 season, if they have fans at all. Let's see what happens with that. Also, speaking of SmackDown, I think not this week's SmackDown, next week's SmackDown, December 18th, may or may not be preempted because they have the Pac-12 championship game, which may be on if it happens on a Friday night, SmackDown will be on FS1. If it's on Saturday, it's gonna be in its regular scheduled time. So we'll have to find out. We'll probably find out this week what's going to happen with SmackDown on December the 18th. And for AEW on December the 23rd, they might be preempted because basketball is starting that night. Well, I think it starts the 22nd, but they're going to start the slate of games on the 23rd on TNT. They were thinking of doing a 7:30 and a 10:30 game, so AEW will be completely off that week. I don't know when they would do that. When it would have the show, they might have it like at 2:00 in the morning. How the NBA lasts a long time with the pregame and the postgame show, especially the postgame show. They last 3 hours. So they could do that, but they're saying now that they're gonna have the 7:30 game, and then right after that you're gonna have AEW. So it'll probably be either AEW probably on about 10 o'clock or 10:30, and go to 12 about 12:30, or go 10 to 12 or 10:30 to 12:30 in the morning on Wednesday, December the 23rd. So we'll see what happens with that. So NXT will be in its regular spot, so I would assume maybe NXT might win that week. Of course, everybody's going to be tuned into NXT that night, and then wait for AEW to come on whenever time that comes on, 10:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning, or to get preempted all the way to Saturday on the 26th, which will kind of suck, but because this guy's got to work on Saturday, and I'm going to miss it. But at least I tape it on DVR. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So we'll see what happens with that. Let me move on. All right, let's get back to War Games. We get to match number 2. Timothy Thatcher takes on Tommaso Ciampa, the Psycho Killer. This match was fucking stiff as fuck. Holy shit. This was stiff as fuck. I mean, these guys beat the crap out of each other. And I mean, like I said in my I didn't do a predictions video, but I talked about it last night on my NXT review. I mean, go watch it after you watch this video. Go back a video and watch that. Share it with your friends. Smash that like button and that subscribe, of course. Don't forget to hit the bell. But I said on my prediction video that I seen Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher fight before in Tier 1 when Timothy Thatcher was the Evolved champion, and he was defending against Ciampa, and they put on a great match. I mean, watching it ringside, I was ringside for that match. I mean, not the first time I seen Ciampa, because I've seen him in the Ring of Honor, and I was ringside for most of his matches. I think it was a final battle when he had his theme song play. I think it was after he lost the battle to Jay Lethal. I think it was after he lost the TV title to, I think, Jay Lethal. But I could be wrong. But and I never saw Timothy Thatcher before. I heard of him, but I never saw him before. And my first impression was, well, this guy's fucking great. Really catch can style, and beat the crap out of each other all over the ring. Even, I think, got into my area a little bit. It was pretty damn good, but it was a Tier 1, not Evolve. And I think Timothy Thatcher fought the same night in Evolve. I forgot what number it was. It was like 50 something. It was back in 2000. It was back in 2016 when they were in Brooklyn. Around the time I moved. So, because I moved now and I'm living in Jersey now, so it is what it is. But that's that. But these two guys beat the crap out of each other, and yeah, that's that. So they start off aggressive, beating the crap out of each other. Thatcher takes it to the mat for some mat wrestling. He holds serve. Ciampa tried to escape, but every time he tried to escape, Thatcher would be there to be right there at the counter. But Ciampa finally turns it around, stomping on the legs, slapping at Thatcher's face. Thatcher kicks back at Ciampa's leg to swing the momentum back in his favor. Goes to work on his legs to the point where Ciampa could barely stand up. He was like, he could barely stand at times. But he keeps going and takes a belly-to-belly suplex. Thatcher goes to work on that injured neck, on the surgically repaired neck of Ciampa, and he starts with neck vices and different different things wearing down that neck, and then the referees like had to check on Ciampa to see if his neck's still attached to his head a couple times. But Ciampa fought back. He was Thatcher had him in a double underhook, looking for that guillotine submission. He counters out with a leaping slam. He built some momentum by hitting the ropes over and over with clotheslines and then a flying forearm. Not the flying jalapeno, but the flying forearm. Then he takes Thatcher up top, hits a superplex for two. Then he goes to the outside, and they almost got counted out. And then Ciampa slaps on a modified chokehold, trying to choke out Thatcher, but Thatcher gets to his feet and gets out of it. Ciampa uses the ropes to kick off and goes back to the mat. And we see Timothy Thatcher bleeding a lot from the ear. I mean, he was gushing blood from his ear. And that was kind of, at least we saw some blood, motherfuckers, but this is what it is. Thatcher gets out of the hold, and he sees the blood coming down from his face on his face, and in his hand, and he touches his ear. Ooh, blood! Blood! He goes completely berserk. And then he finally ate when Thatcher snaps the rope on Ciampa's throat. But Ciampa comes back with a bunch of chops, and then a guillotine choke on the ropes, and he turns that into Willow's Bell and covers 1, 2, 3. Tommaso Ciampa gets the win over Timothy Thatcher in a hard-hitting match. I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. Very stiff match between these two guys, and we'll see what happens with them as we move on with that. And that's that. So pretty good match. Coming out of that great women's Wargames match. This was a pretty good match. And that's that. So we move on. Excuse me. We move on from there, and that's that. So 3.5 out of 5 stars for that. And we move. All right, then we go to match number 2. We have a strap match. Dexter Lumis taking on Cameron Grimes, going to the moon. So this match was nothing great. The last few times we saw strap matches, they've been kind of boring. This was kind of like a letdown match. It was decent, not great, but decent. But mostly all the time you see a strap match, you have to hit the turnbuckle each time, and you have to hit all 4 corners to win the match. Not anymore, obviously. Which, is what it is, and that's that. We move on from there, and that's that. So we get to the match, and starts out with Cameron Grimes brought his own strap, and he wants to use that one instead of the one that the referee had. It's like, no, I want to use this one. And he didn't get his way. So he jumps Dexter before the strap gets put on him. He starts stomping away at him, beating the crap out of him. They take it to the outside, and then they go back in. Lumis turns it around, starts fighting back, puts on the strap, and the belt officially rings, starting the match. Grimes, oh crap, I'm out of here. Tries to run, tries to hop over the guardrail. Lumis kept pulling him back. He launches Cameron into the guardrail on each side of the ring. But Cameron comes back and gets the blindfold out, puts it on Dexter's head. And he starts wailing on him with a strap, beating the crap out of him. But eventually, Dexter got rid of the blindfold, gets back on the offense, around the ring post to add some torque. But Cameron pulls back, sends him into a part of the set. Where was I? I lost my spot again. He sends him into a part of the structure for Wargame. I think where the cage is coming down, whatever that is. Anyway, and there was a part of the match where Cameron was was pulled off the apron onto his back. Ouch! I mean, he took a hard fall on the outside, but just very sick. But it was. They go back in. Loomis takes the strap, starts whipping Cameron Grimes with it a bunch of times. Grimes comes back with a German suplex into the corner. Ow. But Cameron Grimes is like, yeah, I'm going to the moon. But let's get a little cocky, and Dexter turns it around, starts firing off some rights and lefts. Then he's seated on a chair. Cameron wants to cave in, but Loomis blocked it. And looks for the silencer. Grimes counted it a few times, but the strap gets tied around his legs, which allows Loomis to trip him up, and Cameron's head hits the chair. Then Dexter locks in the silencer, and Grimes taps out when the strap is pulled back on his eyes. Ugh. Disgusting. So Dexter Loomis gets the win. Obviously, he was going to win. And I don't know if the feud's going to continue on. I think Dexter's going to go on to something else. Maybe fight for the world title. But I know he's a face right now. But was a tweener. I don't know what he is. He's kind of creepy, but it is what it is. So Dexter Loomis gets the win. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. It was all right, and that's all I got to say about that. And we move on to it. All right, after that, we see the lights in the arena flicker, and then we get videos of a crow, a raven, another type of bird, maybe a vulture, and then we hear tick-tock, and looks like Killer Kross is going to come back. So, like I said, he might be appearing on Wednesday night when Finn Balor comes out. So that'll probably be Finn Balor's defense of the title. Well, not second defense of the title, I should say. And he'll probably lose. I think he'll lose at the next Takeover in February. And Killer Kross will go a couple months with the belt, going into the middle of next year. And I don't know who could beat Killer Kross at this point. It might be Finn Balor again, or might be Damian Priest, it might be Dexter Loomis. Who knows at this point? That's that. And that's it. So Killer Kross and the lovely Scarlett Bordeaux will be back to on our TV screens, and that's pretty damn good. And we shall see what happens with that, and we move on from there. We're glad he's coming back from injury, and that's that. All right, then we get to match number 4 for the North American title. We have Leon Ruff, little skinny twig he is, defending against Damian Priest and Johnny Gargano. This was an okay match. Pretty good match, not bad. Obvious winner here, and that's that. I'll go full on this one because I got a lot of time on StreamYard. I can do a couple more videos before my time renews on Wednesday. So I got a lot. I can go however long I want on this. But starts with Johnny throwing Leon into Damian Priest, and then he tries to beat Ruff with a couple of flash pins after hitting a super kick, but Ruff kicked out, and Ruff uses his speed to get past Johnny, slaps off a Hurricanrana followed by a drop kick. Damian Priest comes in, tosses Ruff aside, and starts beating up on Johnny Gargano. And he tells Leon to leave 2 men here. You're a little boy. Get the fuck out of here. But Leon fires off some kicks and strikes that we have no effect. And then Damian's like, "You really kicking me? You really kicking me?" He's like, "You want to die?" So Johnny interrupts choke him. Works Leon to double team Damian Priest. Johnny hits a tope suicida and tells Leon Ruff to do one do one of his own, but he cuts it off with a slingshot. Hold on 1 second. He with a slingshot spear for a near fall, the gotcha spear, and he's and Damian Priest gets pissed off at Leon Ruff and hits him with a razor's edge through the guardrail and knocks over some plexiglass. So he didn't go through the plexiglass. I mean, that's not like the plexiglass we see, in CCW, like it breaks like on impact. Like the hockey style crap that sometimes never breaks unless you hit it really hard. But it is what it is. So he threw him through that. And then he's like, "Oh shit! Did I just do that?" Oh well. Officials come out. They check on Leon as Johnny Gargano starts beating up on Damian. So they're going at it. They go back and forth. Damian lays on Johnny with a huge clothesline, and both men go down. But somehow, some way, Leon Ruff comes back with a springboard clothesline on Johnny, hits a somersault dive on both men on the outside. Then he hits another springboard diamond cutter, or Gilmore cutter, I should say, on Johnny. Johnny gets pissed off that Leon came back, so he's pissed off. Damian Priest comes back, sends Leon, and says Ruff gets no more chances. It's like, no more. You ain't getting no more chances on me. You're getting your ass kicked. Ruff avoids him a few times, but then eats a big boot. Then he hits both of them with a double flatliner, and he's in control. But Johnny uses his wisdom and his sneakiness to get going. Launches Leon Ruff into the corner with a lawn dart into Damian Priest, who was leaning on the turnbuckle. And then Ruff almost won the match with a crucifix pin that got him the title over Johnny Gargano. Almost won the match there. Goes for the frog splash, missed it. Priest is tied up in the ropes of the second ring as Johnny puts on the Gargano escape. And Damian, don't tap! He's trying to get free and save the match. But he eventually gets free, hits a spinning heel kick off the top on Johnny, who rolls to the outside. Priest goes for the corner elbow, misses it on Leon Ruff, and takes a clothesline that basically was he no-sold. Ruff tries for another one. That didn't work. Gets tossed into a Johnny super kick. Then Johnny beat Leon Ruff, gets blocked, and Damian Priest has a choke slam. Then we see Ghostface come back, Ghost out to distract Damian Priest. Then two more Ghostfaces show up. They start beating up on Damian. He fights him off as even more Ghostfaces arrive. I mean, how many people do you get, Johnny? Jesus Christ. I mean, because obviously Johnny Gargano, Indy Hartwell was the first Ghostface. I mean, he probably got all the rookies from the NXT locker room, the people that are in catering, and the students from with Timothy Thatcher's students and some other people that are not used, or some extras they got. They all dressed up in Ghostface masks and garb, and they beat the crap out of Priest. But he fights them off as more come out. Then he takes them all out with a somersault dive, and then he takes out another three people with another dive. Sends Johnny into the ring. Leon Ruff hits a frog splash to almost win the match. Priest broke it up. Leon fights off Damian, but eats a spin kick. Damian takes out Johnny as well. Looks for the reckoning, and then one of the Ghostfaces gets up, hits Priest with a lead pipe. Johnny Gargano is laughing, but he almost gets rolled up by Leon. Leon almost got the win with a 1925 schoolboy. Johnny gets up, hits a super kick. Then he hits one final beat. 1, 2, 3. Johnny Gargano wins the belt for the third time. First ever person to win the North American title for the third time. First ever person to win. Well, I would say first person ever to win 3 titles. hold the belt 3 times, but like I said, Undisputed, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly won the tag belts 4 times. So he's up there. So, like I predicted, Johnny Gargano wins the belt back for the 3rd time. He gets the win. Match was all right. 3.25 out of 5 stars. Hopefully this time, when Johnny defends the belt, probably either against Damian Priest again or Leon Ruff in his rematch, he hopefully wins it and doesn't lose it again for the 3rd time. He doesn't lose it the week after. Actually has a nice little run with it, maybe a nice 3-4 month run with the belt before losing it. Maybe back to Damian Priest, or I don't think Leo Ruff's going to be even sniffing the title again. I think he's going to go back to catering and go back to jobbing, but we'll see. So I would think that Gargano and Priest are going to continue because, and I'll get to that in a second, as the ghost face that hit him with the lead pipe, he reveals himself, and it is Austin Theory. And they go up the ramp, and Austin Theory does his best Vince McMahon impression. It was me, Damien! It was me! All along! So we get that. So we get that. So like I said, Damian Priest, Johnny Gargano feud will continue now. Now that Johnny's got his insurance policy in Austin Theory, he's back after getting probably a gimmick change, or they didn't have anything with him. They got rid of him after this whole thing with Andrade and Angel Garza. They sent him back to NXT, and really didn't do anything in NXT, and got destroyed by almost everybody. Keith Lee and Adam Cole, Bebe. So I think the whole thing with COVID, they really couldn't do anything with him, and he took some time off. And I even forgot about this guy. So he's back, and he's going to be by Johnny Gargano's side and hopefully probably hold on to the belt for a while. Then maybe he'll turn on Johnny, and then they'll have a match, and then probably later on in the year, and Austin Theory might be the next North American champion. You never thought of that, but he could be. That's that. So like I said, 3.25 out of 5 stars for that match, and we'll move on from there. Man, that's that. All right, then we find out that the next, I guess, I don't know if this is going to be a takeover or it's going to be an actual show. On January the 6th, 2021, NXT will run New Year's Evil. So I think let me check the date on that. I think that's a Wednesday night. I think that is a Wednesday night because New Year's Day is it is on a Wednesday night. So the first NXT of 2021 will be New Year's Evil on January the 6th. I don't know how AEW will counter that. I mean, they got Beach Break coming up sometime in January, I think, before they go to then their first pay-per-view of 2021, which will be Revolution at the end of February. Let me check the date that might happen. I think it's going to happen February the 27th. I could be wrong. Maybe before that. Either the 20th or the 27th. Maybe even before that too. But we'll see. So they might have an event on my mom's birthday, which will suck. Because my mom's birthday is February 27th. But so I'm probably going to be out for my mom's birthday, but. Not if they do it on that day, so I won't be able to watch it. So I have to watch it on when I get home. That'll be like whatever time I get home, like 1 o'clock. So I have to rewatch that and then do the review on the 28th. And who knows if there's going to be this damn chair. I hate this chair. I really fucking hate this chair. But that's it. So yeah, that's it. So that's that. But NXT is coming out of 2021 strong with New Year's Evil, and we'll probably get maybe Gargano defends the belt against Damian Priest for the final time, or they'll have some stipulation match or something like that. Maybe a tag team match. I don't know. Or they'll do something. They'll do something with Gargano probably defending the belt. I would think that'll be the night that Killer Cross and Fiend Balor go at it for the NXT World Title. Tag titles will be defended probably that night as well, with Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch defending against either the Grizzled Young Veterans or Ever Rise or Imperium, or maybe Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. Who knows? But it's probably going to be a big night of action. As NXT wants to start 2021 with a good old fashioned Gilmore cutter, bang. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens with that, and see how AEW counters with that. But we'll probably find out over the next couple weeks, or the next 3 weeks. We'll probably find out what AEW's got in store for 2021, and on January the 6th. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's that. So New Year's Evil on January the 6th, 2021. Should be some good stuff. And that's that. All right, we still got time if you want to come in and chat. We're probably going to finish this baby up in a little bit. And I'm going to watch some TV and then probably go to bed. And that's that. All right, then we go to the big one, the main event. Match number 5, Wargames. Match between Pat McAfee and the Brand of Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan, the tag team champions, and Pete fucking Dunne, taking on the Undisputed Era of Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong, and a good friend, say it with me now, Adam Cole, baby. And Undisputed Era come up in new red gear, not their usual gold gear or their greenish gold gear. So we got some red gear. Not Red Bull, but red gear. So that was pretty nice. And this match was a long match, 45-minute match to end the show. Good Lord, this is gonna take a while. But it starts off with Kyle O'Reilly starting for the team, and Pete Dunne starts for Pat McAfee's team. They go at it. Some grappling here and there. Then they start beating the crap out of each other as the time starts ticking down. And then Kyle slaps on a knee bar with about 15 seconds left until another person from Pat McAfee's team comes in. So the timer goes off. Pat McAfee teases he's about to be out next, but Oney Lorcan goes out instead. Kyle lets go, meets Oney in the ring for some hard-hitting stuff. They go back and forth. Lorcan wins the exchange, hits a half Nelson suplex for Pete Dunne, kicks Kyle in the arm. So they beat up. Excuse me, I guess I picked my nose. I don't care. Fuck you. And that's that. They beat up on Kyle for a while with strikes and kicks until Bobby Fish comes in, evening the odds. Beats up on both of them with some strikes, some kicks. He suplexes Dunne into Oney Lorcan, and then Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish team up, like in their referring back to their their Red Dragon days. They sandwich Dunne with dueling kicks, and then at the time it goes off, comes in, and he brings a bat with him, because he's British. I got allergies up to watching now. Wailing on Kyle and Bobby, and then he excuse me, hold on a second. Fucking nose is fucked up. Damn allergies. It is what it is. So sorry about that. All right, so Danny Burch comes in with the crit bat, starts wailing on Kyle and Bobby, suplexes both of them. Then Pete Dunne uses the bat, starts wailing on them. And Danny Burch finds another one. I don't know how many fucking cricket bats you had. Good lord. And they start beating the crap out of Kyle and Bobby until the buzzer goes off. And then Roddy comes out. So obviously Adam Cole and Pat McAfee gonna be the last members of the match, obviously. So Roddy comes out as his teammates are getting beat up. Roddy starts handing out backbreakers because he is the messiah of the backbreaker. But that doesn't last long as the heels come back. They swing the momentum back in their favor. Pete Dunne stomps on Bobby Fish's arms on the steel grating in between the rings. Ow! And Bobby Fish is kind of injury prone, so you know that's good for Bobby. Then the timer goes off. Pat McAfee comes in as the last member of his team. He comes in, brings out some tables designed for each member of the Undisputed Era. They have the Undisputed Era logo on it. It was all black tables, and not the brown tables, but the black tables. And they had the Undisputed Era logo on it, so for each member. So he takes the one out that has Roddy's name on it, lays it out. Pat puts Roddy through the table with a big time moonsault. So the Undisputed Era getting their butts kicked, and then the timer finally goes off. Adam Cole, baby, comes out and sees that they're in trouble. Gets a fire extinguisher, uses to send, it sprays it into everybody's face. Then he comes in with a chair, starts wailing on everybody. I mean, he's going berserk. Then it leaves him and Pat in ring number 2, but Pete Dunne interrupts from the middle and trades. Him and Cole go back and forth. Kyle O'Reilly with a chair shot, which allowed him to be the one standing across from Pat. Starts yelling at Pat if he wants to wrestle, and he's like, "Come and face me right now! I'm coming already!" So I was like, "Yeah, Kyle's gonna whip his ass. Yes, come on, Kyle, do it for me, baby. Come on." So Pat asks him to drop the chair. It's like, let's fight like men. They come face to face. They go at it. Everyone gets up. They fight all over the place, and you know the camera's going this way and that way and every other way. You know, going berserk. They fight all over the place. Roddy hits a pump knee that gets a near fall. Anna Cole is then taken out by a Pat McAfee cheap shot. That bastard. Then stomps on Adam. He then stomps on Adam and slaps on a Nick Boy figure 4 leg lock. And it looks like Adam Cole is about to tap as the rest of his team were holding off the rest of the Undisputed Era. But Cole turns it over, and the Undisputed holds them back. So Pat McAfee looks like he was about to tap, but it gets released, and we get reset. Bobby and Kyle fought off the tag team champions, and everybody ends up down in the rings. In the second ring, or the first ring, I think it was the second ring. It doesn't matter. It was one of the rings. Let's put it that way. Pete Dunne and Adam Cole go at it. Cole with the collateral damage for a near fall. They fight on the top rope, but Undisputed Era comes over. They lay Danny Burch on a table. They want to powerbomb Pete Dunne through it, but it doesn't break. I am the table. So that's that. But then Roddy uses a splash to put both men through it, so it does break eventually, which was the Adam Cole table. Pat climbs up with Adam Cole for a superplex, but Cole fights him off, shoves him back. Pat McAfee goes flying. He breaks the table with the back of his head. Ow. Damn, it looked like Pat McAfee was knocked out. I was like, good. But I digress. Then they're lined up on the cage. Undisputed Era charged into them with shots, super kicks, knees, all the kitchen sink. All it always needed was a fucking chair shot to the head. like Tommy Dreamer Raven style. That's all was needed. Taking him down like a well-oiled machine. Leaves Pat all alone against the Undisputed Era. He tries to escape, but they pull him back in, beat him up. Pat gets thrown into the cage a bunch of times. No blood, of course. But then the rest of his team comes back, evens the odds, and everyone fights to the top of different corners. And then Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch hit a Doomsday Device with an uppercut. Takes out Kyle, but Bobby comes back and lays into them. And then Pete and Cole battle out. Cole off the top with a diving neck breaker. Bobby with a superplex on Pat to finish off the flurry. And everybody but Pat McAfee, that's not named Pat, are back up. They start going at it again. Pat is on top of the cage where he hits a swanton bomb. That was pretty nice. I didn't mark out for it, but it was pretty nice. So everybody's down, and then we're back to Kyle and Pete Dunne going back at it. Dunne blocks the rebound lariat by attacking the fingers. I don't think he broke the fingers. I missed it. Hits the bitter end, but somehow Kyle kicks out of it. Kyle comes with a suplex on the steel for a near fall. Pat McAfee then uses a chair to save Pete from basically getting his butt kicked at the hands of Kyle O'Reilly. Adam Cole gets a chair, goes after Pat, but eats a low blow to his big old nutsack. That's not going to be sitting well with Britt Baker, baby. I digress. Pat goes for the punt kick, but missed it. Adam Cole hits a pump kick. Danny Burch cuts off Pat, only to get put through a table by Bobby Fish. Then Pat McAfee tries for his version of the Panama City Sunrise, but Adam Cole hits a super kick on him. Then he hits Panama Sunrise and almost won the match as Pat McAfee somehow kicked out at 2.9. Cole looks for that last shot, but only sacrificed himself for Pat. He takes the hit. Pete Dunne then hits Adam with the bitter end onto an open chair. Ow. Roddy goes for the cover. Roddy breaks it up. Hits the end of Heartache. And then Oney eats the high-low from Kyle and Bobby. And then Kyle drops a knee on a chair onto Oney, and he picks up the victory. So the Undisputed Era get the win. It's the third. This is the fourth. Somebody's told me this is their fourth Wargames match. They started in 2017, so obviously 2017, 18, 19, 20. So I must have missed the 2017 one they were in. I must have missed it. I don't know. So this is the fourth one. I think this is their third win, because I think they lost the first one. I think they won the first one, lost the second one, and then last year they lost. I know last year they lost. So I think they were 1-2, and then they won this match. So I think they're 2-2 in Wargames matches. And who knows, next year they'll probably be in it if they decide to stay in NXT for another year, which I think they might. But by WrestleMania time, Adam Cole, Baby, and company will be on Monday Night Raw. Most likely Monday Night Raw. I don't think they'll break them up and then Adam Cole just stay on Raw and Roddy and company will be on SmackDown. I think that'll be a stupid idea. But I would think when WrestleMania season comes back, if the Undisputed Era go up to the main roster, I would think there'll be a big faction on Monday Night Raw. And then we see matches with Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole versus Randy Orton, Adam Cole versus Drew McIntyre. I don't think they'll go that far. Adam Cole, Brock Lesnar. If Brock comes back, that's probably not going to happen. Adam Cole, maybe Edge. That could be a possible good one. What else? Adam Cole could have some big time matches with that. Maybe now that Bobby Lashley has the U.S. title, which I think he's going to lose to Keith Lee eventually, probably maybe before or at the Royal Rumble. And we'll see what happens with that. Roddy could go after the U.S. title, and then Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly will go after the Raw tag team titles that the New Day have. So might get the Undisputed Era versus the New Day, which could be good. We'll see. But hopefully they don't get misused by Vince McMahon. You know, I don't know how Adam Cole's relationship with Vince is. I don't know. I'm not sure. I assume it's good. I don't know how Vince feels about Adam Cole. I know he's high on Keith Lee, even though they buried him the first night on Raw, by making him lose by disqualification to AJ. Now he's getting another semi push now, and now he's kind of in a feud with the Hurts, and more specifically, Mr. Bobby Lashley. And while Matt Riddle is in a feud with them as well, with Mr. MVP, and we don't know what Cedric Alexander is doing. You know, as we saw him on Monday night, they beat the New Day, and then he did it all by himself. And then MVP and company are like, what the hell's going on? No, come celebrate with us. And he's like, I did it by myself. So a lot of people saying that Cedric's gonna break away from the Hurt Business. I thought they were gonna win the tag team belts from the New Day, because it looks like they were going in that direction, but I don't know. We'll see tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, and that's I would think that the Hurt Business will fight the New Day maybe in a stipulation match at TLC. I think they'll get the belts. Cedric and Shelton will get the belts, so Shelton gets another belt after holding it, the 24/7 title. Ugh. Sucks to be Shelton Benjamin. So he gets a major title back, finally. Cedric gets another major title, not counting the Cruiserweight title he held about a year or so ago. So, he gets a major title, and the New Day will probably get him back for the 11th time, and then they'll probably lose it to maybe Red Dragon, or Red Dragon, any version of the Undisputed Era. Bobby and Kyle, Bobby and Roddy, Kyle and Roddy, or Kyle and Adam Cole. Any version of the Undisputed Era can be the champs, and I think they will be by maybe next year. If they, like I said, if they go to the main roster and go to Monday Night Raw. But we'll see. Like I said, we got a lot of time to go before that happens. But who knows? And like I said, I don't know where the Undisputed Era go from here. I guess we'll find out on Wednesday night on the program where they go from here. I really don't think they got anything left to prove. Besides being the most dominant faction in NXT. I mean, they've done it all. But I still think somehow, some way that this Pat McAfee, Adam Cole continue on, and they'll have a final match maybe at New Year's Evil on January the 6th, and probably maybe some stipulation match. And then Adam Cole will probably either Pat McAfee will win the feud and send Adam Cole packing, and the Undisputed Era packing, or Adam Cole sends Pat McAfee back to his studio to do his crappy radio show. And we'll see. But you never know. We'll find out this Wednesday night as they start the build up to New Year's Evil on January the 6th, and that's that. So match was pretty good. Not great like the women's match. I think both matches were pretty good, but I think the women's match slightly beat out the men's match by a turd. I mean by a little bit. But that's that. So I gave the match 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that was it for that. And that was pretty much it for NXT Takeover Wargames. I think the women's match was the match of the night. In my eyes, it was the match of the night. I think they came out of the gate. The women came out of the gate hot. A lot of people giving a lot of praise to the women, and the women's roster mostly. A lot of people saying that they're better than the AEW women's roster. in a way, I kind of agree. But AEW, all they got really, you got Britt Baker, you got Nyla Rose, the Native Beast. You got Allie, which hasn't really been in matches that much. Brandy, the Brandy. You got Ty Conti. You got Anna Jay, who's Stu Grayson's bitch, but well, actually, Stu Grayson is Anna Jay's bitch, and it's true. Don't take it from me. It's true. If you watch BTE, I mean, I called it too. When they came in and then they hugged it out. I was like, yep. They be fucking. That's all I gotta say about that. Anna Jay calls Stu Grayson a little bitch. I don't know how Stu Grayson takes that, but they're knocking boots and everything. It is what it is. You got Anna Jay, you got Abaddon, the creepy Abaddon. You got Hikaru Shida, the champion. I got some other women there, not really on NXT's level. Like Red Velvet and Layla Hirsch and Eva Lise and Diamante and Alex Gracia and some of all the other women that you barely see. I mean, you got Serena Deeb, the NWA champion. You got Thunder Rosa. I think can beat the crap out of anybody on that women's roster. Yeah, she's about to get her NWA title back, most likely. Or she's going to face off against Britt Baker probably this Wednesday. Yeah. That's going to be a great match. I would love this. If it does happen, I would love to see that match. I think Thunder Rosa will beat the crap out of Britt Baker. As much as I love Britt Baker, baby. But, I love Thunder Rosa even more. But I think that'll be a great match. And we'll see what happens with that. But I think, right now NXT has the better women's roster in my eyes. And I agree with everybody that they have a great women's roster. If AEW got a big time woman, like I was gonna say Tessa Blanchard, but AEW doesn't want nothing to do with her. So if somebody would get her, if she went somewhere, probably be WWE or NXT. I don't know where she can go right now. I think right now she's nowhere. She's basically at home in Mexico with her husband Daga. They were at a autograph signing today in Queens. I didn't go because obviously I'm home. And it's too far out of my way. But they were there, and blah blah blah. Rosemary, Valerie Sky, Rosemary was there. I wasn't there because I had other things to do. So I kind of missed my demon lover. I mean, my demon assassin. So we got a fucking troll in the chat tell me that I need more light. Screw you. And you obviously know your tennis. Yeah, right. You don't know Pat McEnroe like I do. You don't know Ivan Lendl, Boris Becker, Rafael Nadal, and the Williams sisters, and not Martina Navratilova, Chris Everett, and all that shit. You don't know shit. Fuck you. And like I said, I apologize for the light. I know I'm in the dark. You can barely see me even with the light from the computer. But I'm fixing up the house, so it is what it is. I'll get some better light eventually. But if I put another light over here, or I put a light in the back. But if you don't like it, don't watch. I don't give two shits. That's all I gotta say about that. And that's that. So what was I talking about this fucking troll? Just fucking messed up my train of thought now. Yeah, let's talk about Tessa Blanchard. And I think she might go to WWE. I think she might go to NXT and really bolster that division. Because she's not going to AEW. I don't think they want anything to do with her. She's too much of a head case. I think, even if she went to WWE, she'd be a big time headache. So if she does go somewhere, if it's not WWE, I doubt it's going to be Ring of Honor, because Ring of Honor really has no women's division. I mean, they kind of do, but you don't see anybody there besides Session Marth Martinez and Quinn McKay getting beat up by Angelina Love and Mandy Leone of the Allure. Yeah, the Allure is still there without Velvet Sky, because I think she retired, which sucks. Yeah, Velvet Sky's gone. I mean, her shoulders are she got injuries on her shoulders, and sucks to get fucked hard in the ass. All those times. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. So she's gone. Sumi Sakai's still there somewhere. And I think Jenny Rose is still there somewhere. I don't know. I mean, really, we haven't really seen much of the women's division in Ring of Honor, because they've really been focused mainly on the pure tournament now. Well, not the pure tournament, the pure division now that Jonathan Gresham holds the title now. And no, he's still he has two titles. He has the tag title with Jay Lethal, and he has the pure title. And Final Battle is coming up next Friday night. For those of you who didn't know that by now, I think you should. But yeah, so I think he's going to defend the pure title and probably the tag titles in the same night. I don't know against who, but I doubt it's going to be the Briscoe brothers. But I know the world title's on the line. I think Rush still has the belt. I think he does. I'm not sure. I haven't really following the heavyweight division lately, but I think Rush has the belt. He's going to defend it against somebody. I don't know the whole card for a Final Battle, and I'm not going to look it up. But that's that. And yeah. But like I said, if Tessa Blanchard does go somewhere, if it's not WWE, I really don't know. Maybe a local indie fed you'll see her at around the country, around Canada, maybe Puerto Rico or whatever, or Mexico. I really don't know where she's gonna go. I really don't know. That's not up to me. That's up to her. And Daga, of course, her husband. But we'll see what happens with that. All right. We got the troll out of the way. John Lupo, WTA Master. I don't know if that's a tennis master or whatever that is. He says, "Great show, Peter. Thank you very much. I'm sorry to say this, but the right smart buster called you a pedophile on General Jerry's anniversary video yesterday." Well, he doesn't know shit. I have no problem with writing, but people still call me the P word. I mean, freaking 10 years later now, 8 to 10 years later, still calling me that, really, with no proof, still no proof. And don't give me that whole fucking shit with Crap Queen, okay? That is done and I really debunked all that shit. That's done and over with. But people from the past still hate me. I really don't care. I really don't care. I don't care if Righty, hates me. Like I said, I had no problem with him. I never had a problem with Righty. I never had a problem with the smart busters. I mean, they never did a smart Tober on me. They probably will now. I really don't care. But I never called them out. I never had a problem with them. I don't even think I've ever been in a hangout with them. I've been in hangouts with Jerry a lot, with WJ, with other people. But I mean, if people still call me the P word. I don't care. I really don't care anymore. I don't care. It's all over and done with now. It's 8 years old. I mean, come on now. Grow the fuck up. And people saying I have autism, which is another fucking lie. People call me a fag and call me this all these names in the book. I mean, really, you're fucking jealous. I mean, straight up, you're all fucking jealous of me. That's all I gotta say. You know, you don't know me from a hole in the wall. I mean, it's fucking pathetic. It's fucking pathetic. And like I said, I have no problem with Righty, but if he wants to call me that, that's his opinion. I don't care. And like I said, no proof. You know, I'm fine. I'm fine the way I am. I don't care if I get one viewer on my streams. I get, 300 viewers on my stream. I don't care. I'm just doing this for fun. I don't care if I get one sub. I get 1,000 subs. I get one hit. I get 500 hits, 5,000 hits. I don't care. I don't care about view count. I don't care about sub count. I don't care about how many likes I get. I really don't care how many dislikes I get because it's basically jealous fucking fools. Jealous fucking fools. It is what it is. You know, they have fucking no life. And they're a bunch of fucking virgins, but it is what it is. I don't care. I'm done talking about people that are irrelevant. You know, people say I'm irrelevant, but I'm still here. I've been here since August the 9th, 2009. 11 fucking years. Jerry's been on for 10 years. Freaking WJ's been on forever. On and off. Now it's off again. But you know he's going to come back. Gemini freaking left, which I'm sad to see him go. You know. I mean, the YWC, is garbage. The YWC is fucking garbage. I mean, you got fucking, losers, fucking creeps out there. I mean, just freaking weirdos. Stalking underage girls and, going into like Target and sniffing women's panties and stuff like that. I mean, come on. What the fuck is wrong with you? And yes, I picked my nose again. I don't care. Like I said, you don't have to watch my show. You don't have to watch it. I mean, but if it, gives you kicks and giggles at my expense, I don't care. You don't like me? I don't care. I don't give two shits about your show. Your crappy show with your 50 subscribers or whatever amount of subscribers you have. I know the smart bosses have a lot of subscribers, but they have way more than I do. And like I said, I'll say it again. I have no problem with righty or lefty. I don't have a problem with the smart bosses, but they have a problem with me. That's their own opinion. And I don't know if he said it. He said it jokingly, or he actually meant it. But other people like. I'll say his name. I don't give a shit. But Zubair, he still thinks I'm a fucking pedophile, and he doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. Because he's on Crack Queen's lap basically. Because they live in the same state as me. Well, it's not me. They live in New York. I live in Jersey. But like I'll say it again. I'll say it one final time. If you don't like me, I don't care. If you like my content, that's great. If you like to come on my streams and chat about wrestling, that's great. If you want to chat about something else, that's fine. I don't care. I'll talk about anything you want. I really don't care. Like I said, I'm doing this for fun. I'm not doing this as a job, as some people we used to know thought it was. And how that end up there? That's why you're irrelevant, and we don't talk about you no more. We're done with that crap. We finally got the cancer of the YWC out. We still have lingering people that are cancers of this so-called community. We have little diseases here and there. Because that's what they are, diseases. And then eventually they'll be sent out. And that's all I got to say about that. I'm not going to go any more about these fucking trolls and these fucking people that don't like me. I mean, I don't care. I don't care about my sub count. I know I got 350 subs on this channel. I don't care. I did that with hard work. You know, I got 374 on my rank channel, which is, you know, everybody's saying that's my best channel. You know, and you know, I know my Metal God channel is starting to grow a little bit, not sub wise, but I mean viewer wise. Over the last couple of years, it's been growing, which is basically, you know, me talking a little bit about music and metal here and there, but mostly about death, the faithful departed. I mean, go watch my Pat Patterson tribute. You know, doing very well on that video. So go watch that. Got over 675 subs on that, and my TGC Reborn channel. It's not that great, but that's just my vlog channel, my prediction channel. I just have that as like, a throwaway channel. Just my vlog channel, which I barely go on once in a while. But I'm not gonna give up I'm not gonna, delete that channel or anything, because it's my vlog channel, and I don't do a lot of vlogs. I'm not here every fucking day like a lot of people are, because I got better things to do. I got a job, and yes, I do have a job. I'm not collecting SSI or collecting anything like welfare or anything like that. I have a real job, unlike some people we know, collecting a big fat paycheck that you wish you fucking had. That's it. I live a good life. I'm gonna be my birthday's coming up. I'm gonna be 44. I'm in my mid 40s. Getting close to the 50. That ripe old age of 50. So half my life is almost over. My life is pretty good. I'm fine with the way my life is going right now. It could be better, but financially and physically, my health's not as the greatest. It's the greatest, but it is what it is, and that's it. And like I said, I'll beat this to a fucking pulp. But I mean, I'll say it one more time. If you don't like me, that little X button on the top of your computer, on the right side of the top of your computer, you don't have to watch. Click out the video. That's it. Click the YouTube button. Click whatever button there is to not watch my video. I don't need a nice thank you for the view though, but if you're gonna come on my streams and talk shit, I mean, all you're gonna get is a block. And if you don't like it, well, too bad. You think I'm a pussy for doing that? I don't care. I'm not gonna take shit from anybody. So, and a lot of people on this website don't, especially a lot of my friends like Jerry and fan of YouTube and Double Z TV and Chase and everybody else I'm good friends with. They don't take shit from anybody. I'm good friends with them. I've been friends for years with them. Also, fan of YouTube I've known for a couple of years. Chase I known for a while, and Double Z TV I know for a couple of years as well. They know me. And people say I'm not a big name on YouTube. I know I'm not the greatest person in the world. I know that. I can accept that. I'm no Joe Cronin. I'm no JD. I'm no HC Bailey. Or Sexy Phil, or any Logan Paul, or any Jake Paul, whatever, any big name YouTuber that has like 1 million subs or anything like that. I'm fine with that. I don't care. Like I said, I'm doing this for me. This is my hobby. My escape from my hectic life at work. I like to come on and talk to my friends on Facebook and Twitter, which you can follow me on Twitter at my Twitter link down below. And you can friend and follow me on Facebook too. Just type in Peter Gilmore, you'll find me somewhere. But if you don't like me, I don't care. You want to call me every name in the book. I don't care. Because you're not gonna bring me down. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. I'm gonna keep being on YouTube until YouTube finally goes bankrupt, which probably at the rate they're going is probably in a few years. But who knows if YouTube would be here in 5 to 10, 15 years, 20 years. Who knows? And probably by that time I'll probably be retired. I probably won't be on here when I'm like 60, 70 years old. I'll be enjoying my life in in Florida or wherever I am. Wherever I'll be, I'll still have a better life than you. And that's that. All right, enough about that. I'm done with that shit. Fuck that. All right, my good buddy from Mexico, Alejandro Clatza. He says, "Hello, what's up, Alejandro? How you doing on this late Sunday night? I know it's like 11 o'clock in Mexico right now. No, 10 o'clock. I think it is. 10. I think it's 10 o'clock in Mexico, something like that. Anyway." He says, "This Wargames was good. I did not expect the return of Austin Theory and a spectacular main event." Yeah, I was shocked at Austin Theory. I didn't like I said, I forgot he was even there. But shockingly, he came back. Now he's with Johnny Gargano to help him out with his third North American title reign. How long that lasts, I don't know. Hopefully not 1 week like the last two title defenses he held. First reign he lost to the Velveteen Dream. The second reign he lost to the Leon Ruff. And what's going to happen for the third reign? Is going to hold it for a week, or is it going to hold it for like a month or 2, or 3, or 4? You never know. He might be the longest reigning North American champion. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with Johnny Gargano? But I think his feud with Damian Priest is going to continue on now that Johnny's got the added insurance policy. So that feud will continue on probably into this Wednesday night, into the next coming weeks. It might culminate at New Year's Eve on January the 6th. Probably some stipulation match for the North American title. But he'll probably beat Damian Priest, end that feud, and then go on to something else. Then eventually, I think Austin Theory will turn on Johnny, and then they'll go at it. They've gone at it before in Evolve. Great matches in Evolve. I mean, if you haven't seen it, go to Evolve and find. Go to Evolve's just find it on YouTube. You probably find it somewhere. The match they've had, matches they've had, pretty damn good matches. They'll probably go at it, and I think Austin Theory will win the North American title from Johnny. He'll go on a nice little bitty mini run with a belt, and then after that, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with the North American title scene. Yeah, Damian, Leon Ruff might get his rematch, but still lose, and then he'll go back to being the jobber. Roddy, you could throw Roddy back in that picture. You could throw Kyle O'Reilly back in that picture as well. Maybe Bobby Fish, the Undisputed Era, could be in that North American title scene. And Adam Cole, I doubt. I don't think they'll put him back there, but yeah, the main event was all right. No, it wasn't bad. I think, like I said, I think the women's match was a smidge better, but still a great match. And like Sloppy Joe mentioned earlier in the chat, he's Pat McAfee is one of the biggest heels right now in NXT. He's put on some, the 2 times he's been in the ring, he's put on some great matches. For a guy that has no wrestling experience, he cuts a promo way better than anybody on that fucking roster, even Adam Cole. That's kind of sad if you're an Adam Cole fan like I am. Adam Cole's getting beat up by Pat McAfee of all people in promos. It's fucking amazing. He has opened my eyes, even though I hate the fucking guy. he's opened my eyes about with his wrestling ability. He's fucking great. I mean, that swanton off the top of the cage was great. And who knows what's going to happen now with Pat McAfee and the brand? What's going to happen? I don't know if Pat McAfee's feud with Adam Cole is even over. We'll have to see on Wednesday night. I think he'll come out and say, "Oh, you guys beat us, but we're still the champs. We're still here. We're still better than you, and you suck." Stuff like that. Then maybe Adam Cole comes out and says, "Well, we beat you fair and square. So why are you continuing to talk shit and all that other stuff?" And Adam Cole's like, "You know what? We're gonna finally end this at New Year's Evil. One of us has to go." And then, if they do that, like lose to least NXT, I would think that Pat McAfee will end the Undisputed Era altogether, and they'll go to the main roster probably by right before WrestleMania or after WrestleMania. Like because basically the Undisputed Era has nothing left to prove. They've done it all in the 3+ years they've been in NXT. That's that. That is that. But yeah, like I said, Austin Theory coming back is a shock, and the main event was good, not great, but it is what it is. All right, final comment of the chat. We're gonna end this baby up a little early. John Lupo WTA Master says, "I loved your video for back in the day where you buried Mark Pearson." that was a long time ago, but yeah. That was back in like 2013, I think, 2012, 2013, when I was actually known. Not that I'm known now, but when I was a big. That wasn't a big name, but a lot of people knew me from back in the day when I had my first channel, Human Killer 99. I started getting a lot of subs, and then I got into all this drama with various people, and got my Human Killer 99 channel, which was my baby, my first channel got terminated. And then I had to make other accounts. My Killer Demons account, which is my longest running channel next to TGC Reborn right now. I did that. I did that. I had other channels that I got rid of, that I personally deleted and revamped, and I have my channels as of right now. But the past is the past, and I've moved on from that crap. As I mentioned in my 11 years on YouTube video on TKC 180, what was it? 180 or 181, I think. Just go to the TGC Reborn channel and look that video up. My 11 years on YouTube video. I mentioned that I'm done with the past. I've mended some feuds I had in the past with certain people. I'm not gonna name their names, but they know who they are. I mended some big feuds I had with a lot of trolls I had way back when, and now I talk to them briefly, in passing here and there. I let them do what they got to do. They let me do what I got to do, which is great. Which everybody should do. Let them people do what they want. Don't. Trolling is for pussies. I'm sad. I'm just sad to say that trolling is for pussies. I admit I used to be a troll back in the day. A lot of people saying I'm a troll now, but I'm not. I got better things to do than spend my time on YouTube trolling people. I don't do that no more. It's a waste of my time. I got better things to do. Like I work and I do this and that. I got better things to do with my life than mess around with nobodies basically on this fucking website. They're nobodies. And mostly they're in their 20s and early 30s. I mean, they really should grow up and get a fucking job. and get some real, but, that's that. But, like I said, the past is the past. I have moved on. I'm not the same guy I was back in 2011, 2012, 2013, up to 2015. I've moved on. I've changed my ways a lot, and people have noticed. It was, I took that 6-month break in 2017 because I got fed up with all the drama and all the bullshit, because it was giving me fucking agita and fucking anxiety and depression. I was freaking having panic attacks all over the place. I took 6 months off. I took the rest of 2017 off to refocus, recharge. Came back beginning of January of 2018. I've been here ever since. I gained subs here and there, and I'm fine with that. Like I said, I don't care how many subs I have, subs I get. If I get one sub, I get 1,000 subs. I get 1 hit, 100 hits, 500 hits, 5,000 hits, 10,000 hits. If I get that much, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for watching my videos and all that stuff, and sharing my videos all over the internet and all that other crap. I'm thankful for everything you guys do for me and everything. But I'm not like some people I know, just like, oh, so I need, please sub to my channel, please donate to my channel, please donate to my Patreon, donate to my GoFundMe account. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not gonna beg for subs. I'm not gonna beg for people to watch my videos. I'm not gonna beg for people to to send me money or anything like that. I'm not an e-beggar like certain people we know. I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a regular schmuck from New Jersey, like any other good old American. That's all I gotta say about that. If you don't like me, I don't care. Don't watch my videos. Go do your shit. Live your life. Don't even get involved with mine. Take your shit and get out of here. That's all I gotta say about that. That's it. Straight up. Straight the fuck up, and that's the real truth. And if you can't handle it, well, too bad. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for my video. Thank you all for watching and coming into the chat. Thank you to John Lupo, WTA Master, for coming in. Thank you to my good friend Alejandro Klatza for coming in. Thank you to my good buddy Sloppy Joe for coming in, and anybody else who watched the video. Even if briefly, if you watched it briefly, or you stuck through this 2-hour-long video. And that's that. That's all I gotta say about that. So, NXT Takeover is in the books. The final pay-per-view for NXT, and now they roll on through the rest of this year, and they restart the hype and the road to New Year's Evil on January the 6th, 2021, from the Capitol Wrestling Center in St. Petersburg, Florida. So we'll see what happens on Wednesday with the aftermath of Wargames. We'll see what feuds will continue or may start, and where NXT goes from here for the rest of the year. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, got a big week of wrestling this week. Monday Night Raw coming up tomorrow night. We'll see what happens with that. It was announced that AJ Styles and Drew McIntyre will be having a TLC match, obviously, because since Roman and Kevin Owens are going to be going at it in a TLC match, so there's going to be a lot of hardware in that pay-per-view, if you know what I mean. So that they're going to Kevin Owens and Roman are going at it TLC. Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles will go at it TLC. And then there'll probably be some other gimmick matches here and there on that pay-per-view. Sasha Banks is going to probably defend the belt against Carmella. And Carmella's probably going to win that belt. It sucks. But it is what it is. Asuka and Lana are probably going to go after the women's tag team belts and win them from Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. So we'll see what happens with that going on. The New Day and probably the Hurt Business will probably have a match for the tag titles at TLC. I think the Street Profits will probably face Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler for the SmackDown tag titles on the show. I heard something. I don't know. So maybe my girlfriend's up from her nap. But it is what it is. So, like I said, the Street Profits will have a match at the show for the SmackDown tag titles. Maybe Bobby Lashley defends the United States belt against Keith Lee. See what happens with that. Maybe Sami Zayn defends the Intercontinental title against Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan will probably win. But we'll see what happens with that. And yeah, that's probably it for probably going to be what TLC is, or the feuds coming into and out of TLC is going to be. But we'll see. We'll see as the week goes on. The next couple weeks go on, as we're about 2 weeks, well, just under 2 weeks now away from TLC on December the 20th to end the year for the WWE. This Saturday, TNA has Final Resolution. Now that's going to probably be an interesting thing to watch this Saturday. With the AEW TNA Invasion Partnership, whatever you want it's going to be called. With Kenny being on the show Tuesday, that's going to be a big night of watching. You got Dark, you got NWA Spotlight, and you got Impact on Access TV, which probably going to be their biggest get their biggest rating to date. I think they're probably going to do maybe over 500, maybe 600,000 views. Because a lot of people are going to be invested in this AEW TNA thing. I'm invested in it. I don't have the channel, but I'll watch on Twitch. But that's going to be a big night of action. Wednesday night's going to be a big night of action with AEW. Sting making another appearance and talking to Tony Schiavone. And all the other stuff that's going to happen on the show. You got NXT with the aftermath of Wargames. And then Friday night SmackDown. And then this Saturday, you got Final Resolution from TNA, or Impact. Then next Friday night, you got Ring of Honor Final Battle. I think New Japan is done with the Super J Cup, I think. I think they still got, I think, one more match for the tag league. I think it's Finjuice and against the what's it called, the Broken Techers. I think it's Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi, the champions. See who wins that. So that's going to be culminating pretty soon. Then they're going to be getting ready for the road to Detonation, road to the Tokyo Dome at the end of this month. And then they got the big one, Wrestle Kingdom 15, to start 2021 off, January the 4th and January the 5th, 2-night event. It was last year, so we're going to do it again this year to start the year. You got New Year's Evil on January the 6th, and you got New Year's Dash on January the 6th for New Japan. So January is going to be a big month of action for wrestling. You got the Royal Rumble at the end of January. You got TNA Hard to Kill, their first pay-per-view of the year. And AEW is going to have Beach Bash sometime in the middle of January, I think. So that's going to be a good event for AEW. And then February we have the Super Bowl. We got AEW Revolution, their first pay-per-view of the year. I think we'll have another Takeover after that. So, the end of the year is coming, and it's going to be pretty good for wrestling. Now this AEW TNA thing, I think it's going to save wrestling. I think, because wrestling has been in the gutter this year. Now this thing may pull it up out of the gutter, and we'll get wrestling back to the way it used to be. But who's to say? Who's to say? I don't know. But that's it. All right, everybody, that's it. Thank you all for watching. I know it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna finish this up, grab a late night snack, and then go to bed and enjoy my Monday off from work, and then get ready for Monday Night Raw. So tomorrow I'll be back on the Killer Demons channel with 2 reviews: my SmackDown review and my from this past Friday, and my Raw review for tomorrow night. So I get two videos for the price of one. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And then I'm thinking about it, but I might do an Impact review on Tuesday after Impact goes off the air, talking about the whole thing with Kenny being on the show and what happens with AEW and TNA, the partnership, the invasion, whatever it's going to be. And then Wednesday night, my AEW review. Might do my NXT review Thursday or Friday night, and then probably this coming weekend, probably Saturday or next Sunday, I'll do my my SmackDown review for this coming week. And that's it. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel and my other channels, which are all in the description box. So check them out, share them with your friends, have them subscribe, and have their friends subscribe. So everybody subscribe to all my channels down below. Let's get that. Well, not gonna say, but subscribe to the channel if you like. If not, that's all fine. That's fine. I don't care. It is what it is, and that's that. So subscribe to the channels down below. Friend me on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook, and follow me on Twitter. Twitter link down below in the description box. Don't forget to share the video all over the goddamn internet, and don't forget to tap that bell. Most importantly, tap that bell. Turn on all my notifications so you never ever miss an upload. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you all for watching this long 2-hour video. Didn't think it was going to last 2 hours, but I had a lot to say. And if you don't like it, well, fuck you, man. And that's all I got to say. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your late Sunday night. If you're in the West Coast, if you're on the East Coast, probably go to bed now. Or if you want to stay up for another half hour, whatever. I'll probably be up for another half hour, an hour. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you all for watching this video. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off on this late Sunday night on the Peter Gilmore YouTube Wrestling channel. Subscribe, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that bell. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment or whatever you want. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out. Peace!